cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
Well, I guess Freddy was trying to enter everybody's dream because that fool was putting me to sleep.
My nightmares are a lot cooler than this bullshit.
Damn, look at him.
Can I tell you I hated this movie? Can I just say that right now?
Oddly, I'm falling on far away from both of you, it sounds like. I didn't love it, but, you know, I certainly thought it was enjoyable.
Shut up,
So
Cyrus.
let's delve into why.
Do y'all even find Freddy Krueger scary?
Actually, when I see Freddy Krueger, I get hungry for fried chicken. Because that's what his skin looks like.
You know, he does look extra crispy.
I know.
And now I got to stop biting me.
Freddy is a horror icon now.
Yeah.
And as we discussed earlier, Freddy started out kind of scary and went on to just pretty much be a comedian.
Yeah, he turned into a jokey type thing. At first, they're like, yeah, we got to go back to being scary. And then somewhere in the third act, someone went, you know what? We really should give him some puns.
You really shouldn't fall asleep in class.
He's such a badass child murderer that he's like, you know what? Y'all can kill me, but I'm going to still win. I ain't going to stop. I'm going to come back and get your kids in the dreams.
Right. Of course, you know Freddy Krueger would have no power over us because you and I never sleep.
I know. He'd be sitting up there falling asleep from something. Come on. All right. He's like, I got somewhere to go. It's like, hold on. Just let me finish this one thing right here.
Yeah, he'd fall asleep waiting for us to fall asleep.
Well, they wouldn't have any power. He wouldn't have any power over me because I'd just be asleep in my dream.
In the original movie, he's the guy where these parents thought he was doing something to their children, so they chased him down.
They knew.
They knew he was a child killer.
He was a son of a bitch, and they burned him alive for it.
Now, in this film, he is a pedophile. In the original, they really didn't play up the pedophile too much at all.
I actually really liked the way they changed his origin here. The way they make it a mystery whether or not he was killed unjustly or not.
These kids all of a sudden just happen to forget what happened to them.
He's molesting a school.
Yeah.
He's a whole school.
Class.
All these kids forgot. One of them at least would have been at the class reunion like, hello, does nobody remember being molested by Freddy Krueger? Am I just the only one?
Kids black out horrible shit.
Well, where does the gloves fall into place? And where does this boiler room that is never mentioned?
Actually, they did mention it.
Yeah, they did.
They said that he lived in the basement of the place, which is the boiler room.
Yeah.
Of the school?
Yeah.
You never see the boiler room in the school.
Well, they don't go into detail.
It's not like it turns into MTV Cribs and they like go and take a tour of his,
Exactly.
of his boiler room. He's gonna be like, yeah, this closet is where I keep my gloves with all the bling on and all that. You know, it's like you just need a mention of it. This movie is just kind of dull. And the reason why is because it goes in a pattern. It starts out with one of these kids dozing off, waking up in an environment that's drastically changed in a menacing way. Freddy pops out, boo, it's really a jump scare, and he kills him, and it moves on to the next kid. And it repeats and repeats. It's not only until you start getting into Freddy's origin that whether you like it or not, it becomes interesting.
They had every opportunity in the world to make this a lot a bigger and a better film than Nightmare was. But, you know, they did it.
And I agree with you. Instead of playing on Freddy so much, what is it about dreams that scare us? Like that whole feeling of not being able to run, of being trapped in claustrophobic spaces. And these actors in here, this guy Kyle Gallner who plays Quentin in the movie, he has one note in his film, and he looks like he's about to cry. The girl in here that plays Nancy is a girl named Rooney Mara. First of all, I don't like her name, Rooney. I hate that name.
So
her. Change your goddamn name, first of all. I don't like to criticize actors and actresses too much until I see them in several other movies. I haven't seen this girl too much, but she is probably the most boring performance in this movie.
Yeah, but I mean, what? We didn't go to school together until like 6th grade.
As much as I like Jackie Earle Haley, he is no Freddy Krueger.
They f***ed up around the eyes with the makeup bad.
They did. He looks like a, you know what he looks like? He looks like a lion. He looks like
that's it.
He looks like somebody that burned up Aslan.
That was killing me trying to figure out it's some kind of animal, and I can't put my finger on it. You're right. He looks like a burned up lion. But I like the killings. I thought some of the hallucinations worked real well. It is a decent cover song of a film. I did enjoy it. I was personally never bored. I felt like they didn't have the balls to go through with what they should have. But overall, it's a matinee film for me.
They do try to add on little things. I like this more in concept than I do actually how it's executed. Every time Freddy pops up, it's a jump scare. That's a personal thing of mine that I hate. It's a rental.
Bullshit across the board. With a series like this, you have so much potential to do so much more, and they didn't.
I was just never scared of Freddy, man, because his fashion sense just didn't work for me.
That's true.
He had that hat, looked like my grandpa's hat, and I don't know how that's scary. But then the thing that got me, he had that striped shirt. I'm like,
yeah,
man,
it's like a rugby shirt.
Yeah, well, it was
sweater.
A sweater.
A sweater. I was like, man, you ain't no horror icon. You belong on Zoom. You mean that show Zoom with the sweater? If you see him in line behind you, the sweater. You're not coming in here.
Yeah, that's right. He can't get into the nightclub.
You in the hockey mask. Come on in. What?
And you're in the back there with the William Shatner mask on.
I can't believe this.